Hey guys, so just a quick little disclaimer here. Now in this video we ended up giving an interview to the player that ended up getting crowned champion of the season. And a lot of what we end up talking about is preparations for this year's CTWC and how that player thinks they will do, you know, typical stuff like that. The reason I'm bringing this up is because if you take a look at the description of this video right now, it says that this match took place on the 8th of October. CTWC happened about a week afterwards. So yes, at the time of this video getting uploaded, CTWC did already happen. However, just as a form of common courtesy, if anybody here watching already knows the outcome of CTWC and who got crowned champion or how well these two players ended up doing this year, please refrain from commenting about it, at least until the videos get uploaded to YouTube. I understand that there are people there that haven't really gotten around to watching it on Twitch, or maybe just don't use Twitch, don't really want to use Twitch, or maybe they didn't even know that CTWC has already happened, so let's refrain from spoiling it. And got a raid from Scuti, so let's get started with game number 1 of the championship finals. Who will take the crown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Can't I'm watching Tetris. Surprised you're still here. Thank you so much for the 321 bits. This is definitely a time where we're happy that there is no double elimination format. K9 still watching Tetris. Pumpy Heart saying, I have no dog in this fight, but Scuti winning would be huge. It's scooting time, says Cold Bucket. A lot of people rooting for, one might consider the underdog. Not necessarily mentioning in skill, but just in terms of the accomplishments that these two players have made in terms of tournament. In their tournament careers. I mean, Dog, the CTWC 2-time world champion, multiple CTL winner, multiple Masters winner. Wait, what? Scuti in a bit of trouble. And just like that, he's gonna top out at 127. Bro, what are you guys talking about? I'm not talking about PBs. I'm talking about tournament achievements, you blithering fools! Oh, whoops. Wrong heart. Let's get started with game number 2 in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Damn! Anyway, unfortunate early top hat from Scuti, but Dog is gonna be 1-0, still early days, and once again, Scuti a bit of a situation. Scuti with a Lombard dependency does solve that Lombard dependency and a J dependency, so very nicely done. Bangs out of Tetris, 47,000 points. Nice T-tuck there for Scuti. So yeah, we've been seeing some incredible games tonight from these two players. Blue Scuti started from the quarterfinals going up against Ramations, beat him 3-1. Then following suit was a battle between him and Gerald Freeman, in which he also beat Gerald, our previous season 21 champion, 3-1, and is now looking to finish off this championship by taking the crown. Basically, Dog previously beat his brother, and that was it. That was his first match, because he had a quarterfinal bye as our top of the group division. Nice Gia dependency solve there from Scuti. Goes for the Lombard dependency solve and then gonna try to go for the Tetris. Bit of a well was forming on columns 3 and 4. Blue Scuti is Lombard dependent. I want to see how good players are though before CTWC. Jesus Christ, guys. $351 for Dog, $393 for Scuti. Oh, just getting bursted with these Z pieces, having to create a left well spire. Not left well, just a left spire. And more Z pieces just in case he missed them. Bro, rage quit the chat. Now, Blue Scuti having to do a bit of burning right now. A hole in his stack was forming. Would love a JL piece. Always get those mixed up. But does bang down a Tetris. Both players potential for a mid 600k transition with this efficiency. Art of the Troll saying, Jonas would say that surviving your first Z storm is a rite of passage. So there you have it. Maybe this is good. Good thing they're coming for Dog. 470 now for the two-time world champ. Now 493. And 516, but Scuti is still ahead by about a Tetris. Oh, hi CTM. Where's CTM? What are you talking about? There's no CTM here. They don't exist in the Classic Tetris League universe. Even though I constantly like interact with Dan V in the YouTube chat, like the YouTube comments. Anyway, Scuti solves that J dependency with a Lombard. Gotta be Tetris ready. Would love another Lombard and gets a Lombard for a Tetris. Dog got 565. And looks like Scuti is gonna transition with the 677 with this next Tetris. If he gets the Lombard in time, though. Getting a bit shrouded here by 16 pieces and counting. Just gonna take this. Oh no, not gonna go for the burn. Gonna play aggressive and it pays off in his favor. So nice aggressive stacking here from Scuti. 702 at level 19. Dog transitions at 638. And we are off and running with the first transition of the match. Unfortunate early top out from Scuti in game 1. But he is making a statement here. He's like, that was just one time. Not going to happen again. We are good and ready to go. But he does have a Lombard dependency. Getting bursted with S's and Z's. Would love an L piece. Gets the L piece and a square to open up his right well. And he's Tetris ready. And a Tetris for Scuti's 813 into 22. Dog having to burn a little bit here. 701. Aaron asking if I'm going to CTWC this year. I am not. I am not in a good position to be doing that. Maybe next year. We'll see. 897 for Blue Scuti. 762 for Dog. Well, according to Scout, Team Mexico, I wasn't even in Team Mexico to begin with, so whatever. Not like I care or anything. Stannis Love with the 69 bits. Scuti in a bit of trouble here. Needs a Lombard to bang down a Tetris, and he does get that Tetris. Now Scuti with the Jade. I keep saying, yeah, it is a Jade dependency. Now Lombard dependency on column 8. And this is the finals. Scuti in a bit of trouble. Oh my god, gets the Lombard all the way to the left side, but he's still not out of it yet. Needs a Lombard, or needs something to the left side. Gets a nice burn there, and he is cleaning this out. He's making some progress, but he's still not out of it yet. That's not going to burn anything, but he does get the Lombard all the way to the left side. Another Lombard column 2. And he's going to burn this down. Still ahead by 48,000 points, but Dog does have the cleaner stack. So this could be his opportunity to catch back up with the lead. Oh, Scuti, oh my god, just some very uncomfortable pieces. He's making do with it. Needs a Lombard to the right. Needs a Lombard. Needs a Lombard. Give him a Lombard. He's dirty Tetris ready. Dirty Tetris there for Scuti with the max out 1.03. But he does have 10 lines to go before level 29. We'll see if he can survive this. He needs another Lombard. He needs a Lombard. Give him the damn Lombard. Come on. Isn't getting the Lombard time. Does transition with a triple. And that might actually just do it. Let's see if he can survive this. T-piece to the left side. Flat burns. Not a good sequence of pieces. And he's going to top out with a 1.05. So Dog 1.05 is the score to beat. And with that Tetris, he will take the game. Colin isn't going to click ready. So I'll just assume that we're ready. Let's get started with game number 3. Can Dog avoid the sweep? Or will this be Scuti's... I mean, can Blue Scuti avoid the sweep? Or will Dog complete the sweep in 3, 2, 1 Tetris? Sorry, I was reading chat. So things are looking a little hectic for Blue Scuti right now, but it's important to take things one game at a time. If you survive the sweep, that's one game on your belt and one game closer to the championship. Just gotta keep it cool and collected. Show what you've showed since the start of the season. And Alex T was $60 in total. Let's make that 70. Alex T, yeah, he's flexing his Mega Masters winnings. And Stannis Low with 69 bits. Yeah. And with $80, I think he is in top 4, I think. Top 5 or top 4. Never mind. There you go. $100 contribution in total from Alex T. Good God. Well, actually $110. And Zempro with a 1 bit. Thank you very much. 184 for Dog, 185 for Blue Scuti. Number 3 bit leader, who will take it? Hey Alex, how you doing? Thanks so much for the $120 contribution. And 2 bits from T-Storm. Are we just gonna do increments of 1 each time? Blue Scuti with a Lombard dependency. Needs a Lombard now. There's not gonna be a Tetris. It's gonna be a triple. But regardless, it will get his board a little bit cleaner. There goes Emperor with the 3 bits. And Dog in a bit of a situation here, has to do some burns, which can give Scuti the opportunity to take back the lead here. He is behind by 36,000 points. And now K9 gifting a tier 1 sub to Alex T. Thank you very much, K9. Now 4 bits from Stanislow and 5 bits from Zemp. I can already hear the YouTube comment section right now. Why is he not commentating the match? Why is he just circle jerking all the people that give him bits? Whatever. Shut up. Thank you. Please subscribe. 353 for Dog. 337 for Scuti. Nice little Tetris there from Scuti. Still behind, but only 17,000 points. Dog with a clean board. For 6 bits. 447 for Dog. 429 for Blue Scuti. Scuti solving that L and a J dependency. Dude, I'm already gonna have to do a lot of editing in the semifinals. Some in the quarterfinals, so... That's what I signed up for, I guess. 433 for Scuti. Both players experiencing the same drought here. Dog still with a slight lead, but he does bang down a Tetris. So Scuti still in this. Both players potential for a 600k transition. And then Zempro with the 7 bits. And now Stanislow with the 8 bits. And 420 for Don Zempro. Yes, thank you. Like, is this really gonna happen for the entire match? From Zempro. Thank you so much for the 420 bits. Wait, Scuti with a Tetris. 530. 553 for Dog. How are you broke, Alex? Didn't you win like $7,000 or something in April? Bro be buying a car. Not even old enough to drive yet. Transition from Scuti at 579. Had to pay for college. Anyway, Dog did transition with a 600k. Now it's 648. 632 for Scuti. And another Tetris there for Scuti. Still behind by 60,000 points, but he's still in this. Dog solves the L dependency. Colin's saying his mom made him put it into his college advantage savings account. Probably. Just don't do college, yeah. We do get a Tetris here from Scuti. It's gonna be dependent with a J piece. Solves it with a Lombard. It was actually an L dependency solve. And then Ronald Clifford, thank you for contributing to the prize pool, $18.65. And now we got the funny number. He know. Woo! What a meme! Or something. Anyway, Tetris for Dog at 814. 779 for Scuti. Experiencing a bit of a drought here. And a nice little Tetris there from Scuti. So both players have been pretty clean all throughout. which is what Dog wants to seal the deal in this set and take the crown, but Scuti would definitely love for Dog to just start like burning or something, or just top out and maybe like forget about playing Tetris for a second. Thanks, Dewey. No Tetris there for Dog. 939, 937 for Scuti. It is not something I'm taking lightly. Yeah, because it's coming from Dewey. It's basically better than the World Championship. But Dog hangs that square piece. Got bursted with all these squares, but he is doing well with a nice little another O for the tuck. He has a 1.04. Scuti with a 1 point, actually just a max out. But he is Tetris ready. Dog has been able to clean this out efficiently. Not Tetris for Scuti. Double tuck with that J piece, and he is Tetris ready once again. Dog having to do a bit of burning here. He's ahead by 68,000 points. So Scuti gonna have to do some kill screen play by the looks of it. Bangs out on a Tetris. 1.1 for Scuti, 1.14 for Dog. And Scuti will transition with a 1.15. He needs to outlast a Dog in efficiency. And he is Tetris ready. He's Tetris ready. Give him the lumbar. Can he get the lumbar in time? Has to do some safety burns here. Didn't get the pieces in time. Oh man, these pieces are just awful. He needs a lumbar now. Give him the lumbar. Needs a square piece, and that will just do it. And Dog topped out. But Scuti just went too aggressive, and Dog will take the championship. GG's. A drought that did both of them in, but Dog had the better efficiency. And we'll move on. Not move on. And will be your new CTL champion. What a playoff. What a night. Tremendous, tremendous performance from these two players. Scuti went from being a pretty inconsistent roller at the beginning of the year, has now been showing us that he's not just good enough to be in the CTL finals. He's more than good enough to be a real contender in CTWC. So nicely done from these two players, but Dog, some redemption happening after losing to Andy, losing a streak in season 20, is now your new champion. Are we gonna do an interview? Dog interview? Kingsman interview? Perhaps? Dog interview? Oh. Cool. Let's take a look at the bracket. Fudge. There it is. Let's take a look at the bracket here. Let me just update this. There we have it. We did have a winner scene, but that wasn't set up, so wah wah. I'll just do it in post. I'll do everything in post at this point. Who cares? Who cares? GG's to Dog for being your new champion, and Colin, if you're here, make sure to end predictions, or whoever made the predictions to begin with. Just gonna wait on Kingsman, and then I'll join the chat. Or join the voice chat.
All right, we're ready. That means the king is here. Thank you, Peek, again for a tremendous calling of that match, man. You are a superstar, and Mr. CTL all in a nutshell. So wonderful job, and going to congratulate the winner, the 3-time CTL champion. Now I got it right this time, Don. 3 times. Thought it was 3 times before, but now it's officially the 3rd time. Congratulations to you. What a season you had here in CTL, man. Congratulations. I'm going to ask the typical thing that the interviewer is not supposed to ask, but we'll just do it anyway because YouTube loves it. How do you feel after this victory?
How do I feel about this victory? Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I mean, honestly, I can see why any viewers are not supposed to ask that.
Yeah, you can see that
It's
one.
kind of you can see why. No, but honestly, I think this is probably one of the more interesting seasons for me in CTL because I don't know why I feel like it kind of it spanned through like a lot of like phases of my Tetris because like there was a point at the start of the season I was doing really well, and there was a point in the middle where like I feel like I dropped off, like I stopped playing as much, and like I lost a DNV and stuff like that. So that kind of brought me back to my senses a little bit, and I was like, okay, I need to actually like start practicing again. And then so I did, and then this came and I won, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean that's perfect segue that you mentioned that because this CTL season was totally different in that it was the largest Division One we've ever had. We've never had three parallel divisions ever in CTL. It's always been about two because usually we just find that right number of like between 12 to 14 members that play. But this time we had 18 players that wanted to play, and I think it's because of the timing of how CTWC was coming around and everybody wanted to get in, and certain people haven't played in CTL, so it was a really good mix. And you got grouped into a pretty tough division. Looking at the players here, you mentioned Dan V had Ramations, who you know is really a rising star too. You have O, who is Mr. Consistent. Your buddy Sodium was in your division, and Surprise Mel. So it kind of a little bit of a mix now. I would probably, I think it's safe to say probably Dan V was the toughest opponent. But if you had to choose over again, would you have maybe wanted to play Dan before Ramations, or were you okay leading up to that match?
No, I mean honestly, at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter who I'm playing. If I'm playing bad, I'm gonna lose. So honestly, I don't really mind that I played Dan V last. Like I don't think the order really matters that much, to be honest.
So if the order doesn't matter to you, it's just going to be the whatever opponent you got is who you're going to take down. So looking at the other divisions, obviously you kind of got away from Andy for once, not having to worry about playing him in the same division. You also got away from Gerald. So going into this season, did you feel like the division was going to be straight up yours, or did you really feel like maybe one of those two, as mentioned, Dan or Ram, would have given you more trouble than you expected?
Well, of course, I always keep it in my mind to never underestimate anyone. But for this specific bracket, since I feel like I kind of got lucky and didn't get anybody who I've like had history of having problems with, like Gerald or Andy or someone like that. I was feeling pretty confident about getting out of.
Now, you also mentioned that you were feeling really good at the beginning of the season. You had 3 straight wins over the first couple of weeks there, looking really strong as always. And then you kind of had a little bit of a break just because of the way scheduling was going. And it's a smaller, when we broke them up into these 3 parallel divisions, you got smaller groups. So it's 6 members, but only 5 matches over a course of 6 weeks. And you had kind of played, a couple in 1 week. So it gave you a little bit more time. You had mentioned that maybe playing Dan at that last one kind of maybe a little rusty, would you say, or no?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think there was a point in the middle where I feel like scheduling kind of dropped off a little bit, and then I kind of just stopped playing. So then after I played Dan V, and that he he just played good against me, and I was like, oh wait, I forgot that like I actually need to like practice so I don't get rusty. But I'm actually looking back, I'm actually glad I lost that match because it kind of like brought me back, like it brought me back and it made me want to start practicing again.
Well, you know what? Practicing makes perfect, and I know you've been on that grind. You've been doing very well, been playing some matches, and CTM, you've been doing well over there too. You're keeping up with that. So going into playoffs here, you got the 2nd seed, so you didn't have to go through quarterfinals and play in that one. So Andy had to go through that, and then of course you get matched up with your brother again. Tremendous 5 games going into that. Really hard fought there. What was probably the toughest game in that 5-game set that you had to deal with? I know there was a capture issue with Andy there. Did that kind of throw you off a little bit, or were you like, I'm used to it? We kind of saw you like maybe like letting us like signaling to Peek there, say it's okay, just keep going. We wanted to get an idea of what you were kind of thinking about when that happened.
Yeah, okay. So whenever like his capture just randomly came, like disconnected, and then he had to stop for a little bit, and then he kept going, I was fine with that. I didn't really have a problem with that. But I will have to say, and this is not even disturbed drama, but it's straight up true. Whenever your opponent's calibration goes wrong and it goes from a B to a 600, it can honestly really screw you over, because now not only are you thinking about just your game, you're also thinking about what is the other guy's score actually at, and like knowing your opponent's score matters in this game. So that is something that I definitely wanted to make sure was resolved before I started game 4.
Yeah, no, and I think that's fair. And you know, I know Andy's been adding that little wrinkle lately in his, at least in his CTL matches. That usually we do the increment of the seed there. He likes to just get a fresh new seed. Are you on that same boat there? You like to see fresh new seeds?
I like that.
Okay.
I think that there. I mean, I haven't really honestly done anything to prove it, but I do feel like sometimes whenever it's just increment, I feel like I have similar sequences of droughts and stuff like that. So I'm completely fine with getting a new seed. I think that's much better.
Okay. So good thoughts there. Peek, you got any questions for the 3-time winner now?
No.
Great. So I'll handle this. Yes, because Dog and I have to prep here, right? I got to prep to talk to Dog this weekend. So Dog, let's move into the finals here. Obviously with Scuti, a little bit of a surprise, or were you like, you know, wow, Scuti's, you know, he's become up and coming, right? So maybe not a surprise, but I think to the common folk that are coming in, maybe watching on and off here that are not keeping up with Scuti on the season, there was that maybe a surprise, or were you hoping to face Gerald just to beat him again?
No, I wouldn't really say it was a surprise after looking at how he was playing against Gerald. But I will have to say, going into the finals match, I kind of more focused on just playing my own game, because I didn't really know what to expect from Scuti, because, you know, he like just kind of started up and coming, so I didn't know what to expect. So I more just focused on my own game.
No, and I do want to say that you know, obviously you're a great champion, well represented for CTWC, for CTM, for CTL, and all the other tournaments that you do. I did want to point out that you did offer to postpone the match because the technical difficulties lasted about 45 minutes there for Scuti. We're trying to get him to get that working again, and you were gracious enough to offer maybe to move the match to another day. So a lot of people most likely would maybe not think about that. They'd rather just try to get the matches done in that. So you know, kudos to you for being such a good sportsman in that regard. Yeah, going into that first game, Scuti early top out, but that second game, he came back really strong, 700K transition practically. You know, going into transition and post, but you know, he's got that very strong 29. Any type of like thoughts in your mind, like I could actually lose this right now?
I mean, I will have to say, after beating Andy, I was pretty decently confident. But again, I didn't know what to expect, so there was always that. There's always, you know, that little sense of doubt in the back of your mind. But I would say that I was able to suppress that decently well going into the second game. Even if he did get that 700K transition, I knew that I just needed to survive on kill screen and hopefully just outlast him.
Now, do you feel that your 29 play is where you want it to be going into the World Championship this weekend?
I mean, I prefer not to speak. The people, that the players can decide that for themselves.
Very well. That's there you go. Nice gamesmanship there by the 3-time champion. So, Dog, you've joined the annals of the greats in CTL. Richard, the very first CTL 3-time champion, and the player that beat you for the 3rd win, Nenu. So now you have joined the 3 of them, and you know, hopefully if you come back next season or any future season, that you could be the very first 4-time champion. You know, before we let you go, what does playing in CTL mean to you? I know a lot of people, you know, talk about that it can be a grind, and it's a lot of games and a lot of matches over, you know, a very short period of time. But you keep coming back each season. What is part of the draw for you to continue playing in the league?
Well, other than the fact that it has a lot of history, I also don't really think about it as like a time commitment or something that is a grind. I think of it more of something to make sure my consistency is in check, and that there's like, I have a motivation to keep practicing this game. And I think CTL is really good for that matter, because I feel like if I wasn't in CTL this season, I wouldn't be practicing very much. So I'm very glad that I'm in CTL, and I'm just gonna say this straight up. I will continue to be in CTL for as long as I possibly can.
Well, Doug, you know, we always have open arms for you, man. And all Division 1 players, obviously, we love that you guys are here and participating. And the truth is that, you know, we would love to continue having the division grow. We would love to have larger groups. We have to have more parallel divisions because that could mean opportunity for other people. We can expand playoffs and things like that. So you've opened the doors, and we really thank you. You're one of the forerunners to help the league stay afloat, and we really appreciate that. So Dog, last thoughts here. CTWC is this weekend. We know you'll be in attendance. In your opinion, players to watch out for, along with yourself clearly, but is any other players that are on your radar that you'll be gunning for, perhaps to try to get that 3-time championship?
Miles the Great.
W right there, without question. There you go. You've heard it from the 3-time champion and maybe a 3-time CTWC champion. We'll see what happens this weekend. Dog, I wish you all the best of luck. I'll see you out in Portland, my friend, and congratulations on this huge victory for you.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Also, I do want to say, because I was quiet for like 10 minutes, thank you, Skills FNTV, for the follow, Blue Jello, and Doge for gifting Richard Wolf a subscription.
That's very kind of all those people. Wow. Peek, you done it again, man.
Oh my God!
Fantastic.
Wait, hold on. Whoa.
Hold on.
Matcherino, $1,000.20. How did that happen?
Whoa. Oh my God. Go ahead, Peek. You could say it.
I need to actually see who was
I
it. Scott
see
Gray?
it, but
Yeah, it was Scott Gray. Oh my God.
absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Scott Gray. A contribution directly to CTL's Matcherino for season 22, $306 for your excellent contributions, and that's tremendous. That is tremendous. Dog and the others that are here will be more than appreciative of that. So Dog will now get half of that prize pool, a little over $1,000, now $1,000.20. So Dog will get 50% of that prize pool. He'll get the $500, and Blue Scuti will get 30% of that prize pool. So he'll be getting a little over $250 in that regard. Actually, it's $300 for Scuti there, right? Because that's 30% of 1,000. Thank you for the math. So $300 with Scuti, which is great. He's going to be at CTWC, and perhaps Peak, that could be the battle in one of the finals. I would love to see that.
It's definitely good to see like Blue Scuti, a new player that you could consider elite that joined CTL. I feel like we've gotten a little too accustomed to typical elite players like Dog, Miles, Andy, Gerald. So seeing like a newer face, not necessarily a new face in the scene itself, but a new face making a big statement, especially here in CTL, is always nice to see. So I'm glad that Scuti did as well as he did this division, and I do hope that he joins in for future divisions and maybe even wins a title someday.
Yeah, I really will hope for that. And Dog said it best. He said, in CTL has the history behind it. It was a place that Dog grew and be able to become the 2-time champion that he is today, and one of the leaders of the community throughout. Great sportsmanship, as I mentioned. He offered Scuti to maybe postpone the match because he wanted him to be at his peak level. No pun intended here, but that's indicative of who he is and what he represents as far as the community is concerned. So I'm very proud that Dog is a member and a player here in CTL, and hopefully that'll also lead to many others that we would love to see back playing again at the highest of levels. And I'm very excited, Peak. I'm very excited. Now this season has come to an end right in time for CTWC. We got World Championship action coming up. I'm very excited, Peak. Peak, who? Now that Dog's not here, right? That Dog's not here. Give me your take. Who's gonna take CTWC, or at least give me your final four, your prediction.
Who do I want? And I'm gonna say who do I want in the final four? That way.
Well, no, he's not playing, so forget Team Mexico.
yeah, whatever. So I've been rooting for Andy literally since CTWC 2020. I want him to take that title finally. That's all I can say. But I do see a semifinals of Miles, Andy, Gerald isn't showing up, so never mind. Alex T, is Sinep going?
Yes.
It's either between Sinep or Dog. I'll say Sinep just to make it a little more different, a little interesting there.
Okay. So there you go. That's Peak's top 4 prediction there. So I can't wait. Like honestly, I don't have a pick because they're all so good. I mean, honestly, I would love to. Truth be told, I would love to see Dog win just because I think it'd be well deserved for him to win at the live event. He was the online champion for 2 years in a row, and he represented the brand very well. And I would love to see him do it live and in person in front of that large crowd in Portland. But there's always Huff is one of my favorites there, and certainly several others. Again, Alex T looking very dangerous. And again, look, we just saw Blue Scuti. Potentially could be a major spoiler to some people that don't follow the scene as closely as maybe the rest of us do. But certainly, I think it's open. That's the biggest thing. This CTWC is wide open. For many years, the Class Tetris World Championships back in the earlier days were basically like the Jonas Show. Who was going to try to take down the GOAT, right? That was basically how it came down to. And then you finally had that moment where a young Joseph Saley comes in and changes the narrative moving forward and changes the entire course of history for Class Tetris World Championships. And then moving into the pandemic era, then Dog becomes that leader that you needed. And certainly this year is I think it's gonna have that same moment there, Peak. I think somebody's gonna step up and take that moment and run with the ball. I think it's gonna be a hell of a run this weekend. So for all of you, make sure you're tuning in. It'll be at the Class Tetris Network. We'll be on there. There's a lot of good stuff that we're planning on having going on. We're gonna make it a real big esports field. You're gonna get a lot of stuff, maybe some behind the scenes things that are going on. You get some really cool stuff, man. We're working very hard to make it a huge deal because it is a huge deal. It's the World Championship. So, Peak, that is it for me, man. What a great job you've done, not only here, but on the YouTube, man. I do have to praise you because you're the man that's been running the YouTubes for a very long time. You stuck with it when you get not a dime, right? You got no money for doing all this content on YouTube to build a community there. And you've done a tremendous job. And basically, as soon as the first cent comes in, it's all yours, man. Every single penny you're gonna get for that because you've earned it, my friend.
Sometimes I do joke around, like I complain, like, oh man, I'm not getting paid anything to do this, but like I do it because I want to. It's fun. Like there's a reason why I did it. I started it from nothing, from 0 subscribers all the way to however many we have. It's because I do care about this scene, not just Tetris scene, but CTL in general. Just it is something that I've also feel like I've had a long history with. I've been around for 3-4 years, so it is something I care about a lot, and I do want to grow as much as it possibly can. But yeah, I am glad that we are starting to gain some more traction, and I do hope we can continue to gain even more.
But with you at the helm, sir, we will definitely because you're doing a fantastic job there, and you are basically the right hand man for me these days. So we're gonna make it big. We're gonna do it big, and I want to again thank you all to the contributors for this CTL season 22. You have been tremendous. Again, Scott Gray coming in last minute. Thank you very much for that. Huge contribution of $306. You've had Ronckley coming in. You've had Alex T with like over $100 in there. K9, of course, huge supporter for CTL every season. Summer B, tremendous job by you. I'm sure you'll be watching the VOD later this morning. Tremendous job by you coming in to help get us over that $500 marker. Zempro, of course, has been another unsung hero in CTL. Thank you very much. You don't get at all any credit that you certainly deserve. You really have been doing a lot of stuff for me lately with scheduling and things like that. So major shout out to you. Again, those are the people that are just unsung heroes that don't really get enough of the credit there. And Colin, big shout out to Colin tonight for helping Scuti get Max Out Club working so this didn't fail.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And anybody else that I might have missed, apologies, but certainly that you are all loved here. And I thank every single one of you for watching this Classic Tetris season finale, the championship Sunday, as always, a tradition here now, Peak, at the end of each season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a big thank you to everybody who tuning in, caring about CTL, watching, interacting, following, just being here. And of course, we do have our match arena. We're going to keep that open, I believe, for a few more days. So this is the end of the season, but if you still want to do some last second, contributions to the match arena, feel free to head on over there and help raise that prize pool even more if you want to help our players, especially the ones going to CTWC, to help fund them. But yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, what we'll do is I'll keep it open till Wednesday. We'll keep it open till Wednesday. So those that are, well, this part's not gonna be on YouTube anyway. But yeah, for the YouTubers, sorry, maybe you could contribute to season 24. Maybe peak at that time. We'll just put that up so you can get an early start on that. But yeah, we'll keep it open till Wednesday because I like to get the players paid out before they go to the World Championship. So we'll keep it open till Wednesday. So if you would like to add more funds, I'll post in the Discord one more time tomorrow. And we'll make that mention, and then I'll pay players on Wednesday so they can get their funds and use them at CTWC for those that are going.
All right. I guess that's it for tonight. That's it for the season. So I think Zempro's streaming. So if you want to raid them.
Well, what's Zempro doing?
Wow.
Is it anything interesting?
There's nothing. Well, I mean, to be fair,
I already shouted Zempro out.
There's either him or Scott Bozo. Pick your poison, I guess.
Is Dr. Mario on?
Dr. Mario is not on, actually. I don't think so. Are they?
No, they're not. I don't think so. I follow them because they're great. All right, let's go see Zempro. Zempro's fishing for the raid, and as mentioned, Zempro, one of the unsung heroes in the CTL Discord for getting things done. So go ahead, Pete, you can do that. And thank you, Richard. You're the best. Another great Richard Wolf. Sorry, Richard, we didn't mention this. So before we go, thanks to all you, the viewers. Thanks to all the super stream. One of you, huge shout out. Obviously, Peek's getting all the praise right now, but people like Richard Wolf, Zempro, Tetris, big time towards the end. Chiller this morning, and so many of you. Ronkley, a hero as always. Sir Macer opening day. We'll see you then. Grand Designs, draft days, all that stuff. All of you super streamers have been excellent. So thank you so much. Peek, sign us off.
Go away.
Bye.